peninsula. So if you were to actually to pour water, if it goes to the right side, it'll go to the James River. If you pour water and went to the left side of that, you go to the York River. Now, I have not tested out that theory, but I just believe them. Over to your left-hand side over here is your courthouse. That's your small courthouse. Any small misdemeanors, you will come here to court. You see up there, that's old Brandon up there, a.k.a. Mr. Rooster. And he can escort you in the courthouse, and then you can't pay your debts and fine right there. You get put in the stocks and the pillows over there. And if you look over to your right-hand side of the carriage, that's your magazine. That's where the colonists held their gunpowder and their ammunition back in the day. And then we're coming up on the market houses on the right-hand side. That's where your farmers used to sell their goods 2 days out of a week. Right there. You see the bell up there? They used to ring the bell during the open of the market and the close. We still use that bell today in the stock market, when we open up the market, when we close the market. All right. Now we come along right here. If you look over to your left-hand side of the carriage over here, you got, this is Chowning. This is one of 4 by Eaton Tavern. Opened up at 11:30 for lunch. Go all the way to 9 o'clock to dinner. Back on the right-hand side over here, how you doing? This is your Market Square Tavern. That's where Thomas Jefferson stayed at when he was a law student at William and Mary College. Now today, that's a tavern. You can actually rent out a room and you can stay there. It is an original building. We got 88 original buildings here out of 603 buildings. So if you want to rent out a tavern room, you can and stay here while you're on vacation, or you can rent out one of these colonial houses and stay here while you're on vacation. So if you look right here to your left-hand side, you got your Ludwig Paradise House. First piece of property that Mr. Rockefeller bought in 1926, paid $8,000 for it. Now we come along right here. If you look to your left, you got your printing store, one of the oldest stores in America. It is an original building also. And then look to your left, you see the ladder up on the roof there? So that's a fire escape. If there was a fire on the third floor, climb out the window and grab the ladder so you can get down. But if you look at the picture of that roof, you climb out that window, you're on the ground. You don't need a ladder. And if you look over to the right-hand side over here with a flag at it, your blacksmith and your tinsmith shop over there.
I was just going to ask you about the blacksmith, if they repair these wheels here.
What's called the wheelwrights take care of the wheels.
Oh, and they are here?
The wheelwrights on Prince George Street.
Oh, okay.
So Brick House Tavern right there. That's 16 rooms that you can actually rent out if you want to stay right here. And that's every parent's nightmare and every kid's dream is the toy store. See, I didn't say that real loud. So if you're looking for women apparel, anything like that, costumes, I ain't want to go anything that's Parkley's and Mary Dickinson. So you go in there, get your old colonial outfit and wear it around.
Yeah, you can rent it and wear it too.
And now we come on down here, this is more of your business section. So this is where your middle class will live in. You got your millinery, you got your silversmith right there. Now we come on down, if you look over here to the right, we got our wig shop. So you go in there and take you a selfie beside a wig. I know everybody like to use Instagram now. And then you got your famous Raleigh Tavern. It is an original building also. It's 18th century. You go in there and tour that tavern. And then right behind it is the Raleigh Bakery. If anybody wants any baked goods, you can go back there and get you some baked goods. That's the Raleigh Bakery. Yeah, right there. Raleigh, where they see the lady coming out from the side.
Raleigh Bakery.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And then right here, you got two more of your food taverns right here. King's Arm and Shields. Hey, how you doing? Now as we come on down right here to your left-hand side, if y'all haven't toured it, there's a real neat place to tour. It's the coffee house. If you get to go to the coffee house, they give you a free sample of coffee, tea, and cocoa, how they made it back in the 18th century. So it is going to be strong, but they do have cream and sugar on the table. So it's a real neat tour.
So when this was a big town, did they have services for with carriages?
This is owned by the tavern owner. All right, so you gotta think about it. The tavern owner, either they rent out rooms or you come there to eat or or to drink alcohol. And when they not selling, when it's real quiet, they have the driver to go out, and this acts almost like a colonial Uber. So you picking people up so you can still make money. All right,
How many businesses own their own horse carriage?
Not that many. Most of all this stuff is expensive back in the day. Your high gentry would have owned your carriages. 4% of your high gentry lived here. Out of that 4%, 2% had enough money to own a carriage. That means that there was about 8 carriages floating around town at that time. Now that's just in town. That's not outside of town.
Did you rent one if you had to?
No, you don't rent them. Like you say, the tavern owner could take you around. This is your capital right here. Your large courthouse right here. We might have to do a spin around because they're blocking my way. Memorial Day? Yeah, it'd be pretty busy Memorial Day.
Yeah. But then you get the children out of school and people on vacation for it, don't you?
Yeah.
This is actually a more comfortable ride than I thought it would be. Because the roads are fairly.
So, 2 years now. So when we were talking about your carriages and everything, it was documented that there was only 100 horses recorded in colonial Williamsburg that was owned at that time. Now you gotta think about it. You remember I said 4% of the high gentry lived here? 2% had enough to afford a carriage, but the population back then was 2,000. 52% of that population was African American. So that right there tells you that it's not that many people that's gonna own horses. So there's 100 horses here in town. 73 of them were race horses. So that lets you know there's only but the rest of them were carriage horses. And right here, this is your public jail right here, built in 1704. This is an original building also. This is where some of Blackbeard Pirates was held at for they went on trial at the Capitol. They were hung down on Page Street. And if you look in the back, that's a little small gallows standing up back there. Well, there's like a bunch of wells around here. Today we got 3 active running wells that we actually still use. The rest of them are sealed up for safety reasons. And we do have what you call it. So one of the questions are, do we have anybody that live here? The foundation own all the property here. So if you're employed here in Colonial Williamsburg, you and your family can rent out a house and live here. So we got about 85 families that live here.
Wow, so they actually live in these homes.
They rent them out and they live here. So as long as you're employed here at CW, you can rent out a house and live here. So down this way is going to the HR security, but that's where the stable's at. We do a bits and bridle tour, $5 a person, if you want to go down to the stables and see the horses and stuff.
So do you work year round?
Yes, ma'am. We do carriage rides 7 days a week.
Do you do anything else in the village?
Yeah, we do evening work, like crescent crew, where we like burn crescents at night for different programs. I'm also involved in Escape the King. It's like an escape room where you lock you up in the cell for an hour at the jail. You got to try to answer different riddles and puzzles and stuff to try to escape. So different stuff like that. Yeah. But it's only open up on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. Yeah, that's your carpenter yard right there, like your lumber yard. Then over here, this is your axe range right here, where you throw your short handle axe at the target. What are you doing?
Are there a lot of gardens? Look at that, there are gardens. You do gardening?
Do I do gardening?
Your rental home?
No. I don't rent a house out here. I just stay right down the road. So this is your cabinet maker shop right here. They make all your furniture right here in Colonial Williamsburg.
Oh, they make the furniture here?
Oh,
I want to see.
And if you look over here to your left-hand side over here, this is your printer's garden. So you see all your cash crops. You got tobacco, cotton, and corn growing. But the little mounds right there where there's little bitty cotton plants that's coming up, but you can't see them right now.
That'll be ready in August? How long is the growing season here?
For tobacco, 13 months.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You cover it? Or you don't just get, a lot of snow here?
No, we get about a foot of snow. And for us, snow acts as insulation. So if you look to your right-hand side, where the flag is at down this road, that's your brickyard. Your brickyard make anywhere between 20 to 30,000 bricks a year. Everything is done by hand.
How many people used to work at the brickyard back in the day?
I really don't know how many people work at the brickyard. That big old tree right there, that's a Compton oak tree. It's 100 years old.
I was wondering about the age of the trees.
You're not going to get no trees past 100 years old here. We had a hurricane come through, knock down most of all the older trees.
it doesn't take long for them to grow.
Yeah.
I know they do a lot of logging. It's a lot of logging stuff.
So right here is your Peyton Randolph house right here. He just pick up your house of burglary if you want to go in and tour this house. And then plus they had to have wood to cook too.
Yeah, Maine found out the hard way how important wood is. They burned it in their ovens, the modern day ovens, they couldn't see it in themselves. Because they had 2 ice storms, one after another, 2 weeks apart. And they froze. You can't live in Maine without electricity.
You got that right.
Or a wood stove. That's why I believe in wood stoves. If I ever had my own home, I wouldn't have a home unless I had a wood stove that I used. I don't care where it was, whether it's in my commerce or wherever. I would have a wood stove.
Well, I tell you what, we took a trip up to Maine in February because we had to go pick up a pair of oxen, me and my buddy Darren. And I never felt cold weather like that before. And I never saw 5 foot of snow either until I went up there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I need to go back home.
I love it. We
Yeah.
had 6-foot banks in Connecticut where my sister lived.
Oh,
I was
God.
trying to shovel. I shoveled the driveway, and there's 5 feet of snow on the driveway, but the banks, when the plows came through, were 6 feet high.
Yes,
I
yeah.
took a picture of my nephew against the bank, and it was an inch over his head. He was 6 feet tall.
Man, nah.
And the mailbox came out of the middle of the bank, just a very small part of that mailbox. Couldn't see the post, couldn't see much snow above it as below it.
I didn't like that. I'm like, why did I volunteer to come up here? And I'm like, I said, so when are all this supposed to melt? They said, hopefully by the 4th of July. What?
Oh, yeah.
No.
They cannot grow red tomatoes. All
Yeah.
they get in Maine is green tomatoes. I have a relative who lives in Maine.
Okay, all right.
And they eat green tomatoes.
Yeah, fried. Well, I love fried green tomatoes. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to look at snow till the 4th of July. I knew I was in trouble because when we pulled in with the truck and trailer, we looked, everybody, it was a sheet of ice. Everybody's cars was in their driveway and they had snowmobiles parked in their driveway.
Oh, yeah.
Taking their kids to school. Yeah. That's when I said, yeah, I'm in the wrong place.
You're in the wrong place if you want to go skiing.
Yeah.
One year they couldn't ski because the snow was so deep they buried the chairlift.
Man. That's
And it's getting colder there. It was 80 below on top of Mount Washington just a year or 2 ago. I couldn't believe that. Oh, that was just on top of Mount Washington. Nobody lives up there except the scientists.
All right, so this is the Governor Palace right here. We're gonna stop right here and I'll talk to you for a second. So your Governor Palace right here, you had 7 governors to stay here during this time. 5 which was appointed by the King of England, and 2 Commonwealth that was elected. That was Patrick Henry and Thomas Jefferson. So Thomas Jefferson is the last governor that stayed here in colonial Williamsburg. He stayed here for 4 months before they moved it up to Richmond, Virginia. That was in 1780. 1781, during the Battle of Yorktown, they used this Governor Palace as a hospital. And somebody accidentally knocked over a counter and it caught on fire. So this is a reproduction. It is not an original building. The same as the Capitol. The Capitol was burnt down twice. So it is a reproduction. Now it's built on the same foundation, but it is an original building. What you can look at here, you can see the old brick right here as the fence, and you can look at the foundation, then you can see the new brick that's on top of the foundation. So if you look up there, you see the statue of the lion that represents England. You look at the statue of the unicorn, represents Scotland, and then the crown represents the unification. Hey, how you doing?
All right. Oh, no, go ahead. Get in there.
And if you look over here, you see Palace Green right here. Palace Green looked good in 1950. They decided to line the Palace Green with the catalpa tree. catalpa trees in memory of Thomas Jefferson. We got Monticello that represent Thomas Jefferson, but Thomas Jefferson was a governor here and he played a big part in colonial Williamsburg. So they want to honor him, so they lined the palace green with the catalpa tree. That catalpa tree was actually a gift from the Indians to Jefferson, because Jefferson was real big in horticulture. So there was actually a gift from the Indians to him. So, and if you actually look out there on the green, you can see everybody that's walking up and down the greens, right? So you can look out that window right there, them big old windows, you can see who coming up. So it can be an angry mob, or it can be an army that's coming up. You can warn the governor, so the governors go hide, right? So this is like your ADT security system back in colonial time. So not only is for looks, but it's for security too. All right, girls.
I can't imagine the amount of effort that went in to clear the land of all the trees. And then drive through the community, all the trees.
Yeah, well, here, this used to be Middle Plantation. So Mr. Robert King Carter is the one that owned it. It's 300 acres right here in this town right here. And he used to grow tobacco. If you know anything about tobacco, it robbed the nutrients out of the ground. So they couldn't grow nothing here because they robbed all the nutrients out the ground. So he decided it'd be best to sell it. So he sold it, and they decided to make this a town. So they made it Williamsburg. Bruton Parish Church was already here. They actually built the town around the church. And then they decided to later on make it the capital, which is became the capital of Virginia, because they moved the capital from Jamestown to Williamsburg. Then after that, they moved it from Williamsburg to Richmond, which is the capital still today. So from 1780 to now, it's still the capital at Richmond. So it moved 3 times, and that was it.
I wonder how many states moved their capital. Utah moved their capital from Fillmore up to Salt Lake. Big capital building. They're going to tear down the office building next to the Utah State Capitol. Where my daughter I just moved from Utah to Arizona in October. Down in Arizona. It was way too hot. I wore my summer clothes all winter. I shoveled the snow the first day and I got a winter coat and I thought, I don't know what winter. Next day I was in my summer clothes shoveling the snow.
Yeah.
It was just too hot. I'm used to that cold, humid cold of New England, where it goes to the bone with you have 5 layers on.
Yeah, we have 5 layers on.
Yeah, and so anything else is too hot. Salt Lake City's too hot, even though they get the snow.
Well, I was surprised when I looked at the news and saw that New Mexico was getting snow.
Yeah. Well, Denver just got snow today.
Denver, Colorado?
Denver, Colorado. Yep. Yesterday. My brother-in-law flew out yesterday. I got snow yesterday in Denver, Colorado.
See, that's not in my vocabulary. I don't like the word snow.
I can't get enough of it.
So this is Bruton Parish Church right here. This is another original building.
Yeah, we can. We're going to stop over here. And then we get there at 11:05 now. I don't know where it is. You know where it is?
What you looking for?
Barrett's Restaurant.
Oh, it's up in Merchant Square.
Christian
Yeah, you walk through.
There's full address.
All right, we're gonna do a little trotting here. So this is your 18th century trotting. Anywhere between 6 to 4 miles an hour was the fastest that you could go in town. Outside of town, you can get it up a little faster, up to about 10. But you gotta remember, when you do an hour in your car, there's a day on the carriage. So if we want to go to Washington, D.C., it's 3.5 hours in the car. It'll take 3.5 days to get there by the carriage. have some potholes on the ground, so maintenance decided they want to put some pressure run, not knowing that, and make the carriage rides a little bit rougher.
Feels good.
So they say your high gentry didn't want to go that fast because it's all about a standard something. I can believe that, but I just figured they didn't want to go that fast. They didn't want to blow the wheels off their head. They cost too much. So if we were to take these horses, I let them have their head, we'll move out. Now we're going. Now that's real simple, right? What I do is contact. I put contact on my horses, watch my horses slow down. So you put contact on the horses slow down, go to speed function. You take the contact off, they got to run into the contact until they find you. So they're going to speed up until they find you. So I can move the door as fast as I want. I just put contact right next to them.
Do they go much faster? They can go much faster.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's good for the wheels.
Well, not with all this on there. Yeah, I can. When I put them on the road, we keep up with cars doing 25 miles. I can actually pass a car going 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
When we do weddings and stuff, I have them on the road. I got to take them up because when we on the road, we get a permit. You got to be able to keep up with the traffic.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you don't go on roads going 25 miles an hour, do you?
All depends on. All depends on what the church is.
We used to have regular carriage rides in Salt Lake City, but retired.
What's up?
Lafayette.
But I hope y'all enjoyed that.